The way humans work and live will never be the same. We all feel it. Some people are still holding out for business as usual. And unfortunately, those people are probably going to end up disappointed. Because for those of us who have accepted these changes, we understand that everything has shifted. And as we've made these shifts, we've learned 3 things. Hybrid work is here to stay. Customers expect more than ever. And if you can't figure out how to adapt to what's next, you simply won't make it. So how do we set ourselves up for success in the future? Let's hear from one company who's answering just that question. And during the story, I want you to listen for one theme: connection. Let's take a look.
Heineken wants to become the best connected brewer, and actually that's based on our history. We have super strong connections with our consumers, and we have known them for 157 years. We built a strategy which is called Evergreen. It's how do we keep growing, how do we understand our consumers, where do we invest, where do we innovate.
It's not possible anymore to do things the way you did before. It's a matter of survival of CPG companies.
The way we manage our brands has changed. From traditionally being brand-focused to be very strategically thoughtful on our route to consumer, you always start with your company strategy. And then you look at digital tools.
Microsoft has a real understanding of the art of the possible and bring the knowledge of Heineken where we really know what makes customers tick, what the relationship is, what the pain points are. Together with Microsoft, we can create the dream of a seamless experience for all our customers across the entire value chain.
When we say focusing on customer needs and pains, there is no one size fits all. So we really try to move away from traditionally looking at the market and just say this is a bar and the needs of a bar is XYZ, saying within the channel bar you have different kind of customers, the individual, the person. The role of these sales reps are changing because of the digitization. We need sales reps for value-add activities. For example, an outlet owner starts a bar, he's short on cash. How can the company help in a tailored way? You can talk about design. You can inform an outlet owner on pricing.
And we're implementing the voice of the customer and really trying to find out what are the key pain points of our customer, transforming that into actionable insights for our customers to really build a bigger business.
Data is the new fuel of the companies, right? But only having the data is not enough. But what we're looking for is to enable the power behind the data, to predict what kind of demand and what are the consumer trends, how we can connect with social media events, how we can check about the weather.
AI, machine learning are absolutely the tools of today. Targeted sales activities or next best action, where's the most value, what should sales reps discuss.
And the data will tell us where the biggest uplift is coming from. This is a machine learning, a data decision, and then step by step in a very organized and intentional process that will create happiness of a customer.
It's a huge transformation that we are doing not only for Heineken, but for the overall industry. That's what the mission, to be the disruptors and the change agents of the future of this business.
Heineken and Microsoft together can build something which is super powerful. Microsoft is bringing people together. We will add the flavor that over a beer in a bar, we can create real, true and emotional connections with people. Bringing those 2 elements together is going to be magic.
Heineken's goal is to become the best connected brewer. And the connection they're talking about isn't just the kind you find over a beer with a friend. They're building connections across their entire business, connecting feedback from customers with the needs of their outlets, connecting sales reps with social media trends, even connecting the weather forecast with their demand predictions. So what does success look like for Heineken? You've guessed it, connection. The connections they are trying to build can only be achieved through the power of data. There's been an absolute explosion of data generated by every business process, every connected device, and every individual on the planet. This vast quantity of data is the largest untapped resource of the modern age. And in order to turn the potential of that data into the power to thrive in the future, we need a new approach to business applications. We have to move away from siloed data and processes and move toward a new model of a hyper-connected business. This means unifying your business data so you can get a holistic view of your entire business. It means permeating every business function with the intelligence to be proactive, not reactive, resulting in faster and more meaningful business outcomes. And it means ensuring collaboration at every step, empowering people to work together across functions and roles. We have redefined business applications to allow every person and every organization on the planet to build a hyper-connected business. But that is only possible with the power of the Microsoft Cloud. It starts with the global hyperscale platform of Azure, allowing you to ingest and reason over large quantities of data, along with the AI and ML models to gain intelligence from that data. Then you need the extensibility and the developer services of GitHub, Visual Studio, and the Power Platform to act on that data in ways that are tailored for your unique needs. And finally, at the app layer, you need the collaboration and productivity solutions of Microsoft 365 and Teams, as well as the business solutions of Microsoft Dynamics 365. Our commitment to our customers is to build the most comprehensive and trusted cloud in the industry. That's how we will help you build the hyper-connected business that will see your organization and your employees thriving now and into the future. But where do you start? You start with the most pressing need. As many of us know, the world is in the middle of a supply chain crisis. It's impacting all of us, from ordering holiday presents to stocking the shelves at your local grocery store, and posing challenges that range from slight inconveniences all the way to critical infrastructure disruptions. One way we can help navigate these challenges is providing organizations greater visibility. Visibility is so critical because today's supply chains are multifaceted and complex. From sourcing raw materials to putting your product in the hands of a customer, there are literally hundreds of steps along the way. And each one of those steps has the potential to break down, and a company might not even know about it. Like many businesses, Daimler Trucks North America has been faced with that exact challenge, particularly as the past year has brought part shortages and shipping delays, just to name a few. They needed better visibility and better tools to get ahead of the supply chain challenges. And that's exactly what we are bringing to market with Dynamics 365 Supply Chain Insights, announced today at Ignite. Companies like Daimler can gain new visibility into their supply chain across multiple tiers of suppliers. They can also get data in near real time so that they can assess risks and mitigate problems before a massive disruption occurs. But in addition to data from within their own operations, organizations also need to bring in external signals like news reports or weather predictions to get a complete picture of everything that could impact their operations. Let's see this in action with one of Daimler's suppliers, Detroit Diesel Company. Ashley, take it away.
Thanks, Alyssa. Using an industry-standard data model makes integrating data from external partners super easy. Some external risk signals are available out of the box without having to set up a connection, like data from Swiss Re and Bing. With these signals, Supply Chain Insights can interpret this data to provide risk scores for facilities and suppliers. For example, this site in Florida has a high-risk score. Let's drill in to see the details. It looks like the high-risk score is due to latent weather risks like storm surge and high winds. While currently there are no real-time risks, data from external partners is leveraged to make predictions, giving organizations early warning alerts they can act on. Supply Chain Insights can also determine the orders, both open and currently in transit, that are potentially impacted by these early warnings. We can even drill in to see specific shipments and their projected delivery dates. Since there are multiple orders impacted, let's filter on the related risk reason, like storm surge, to get a visual understanding of the warning. We can see here that the risk for storm surge exists in several places, not just the fulfillment site, which could potentially impact customers along the Gulf and on the East Coast. To better comprehend the scope of disruptions like weather events, organizations can enhance their overall supply chain view by adding visual overlays to the map. Let's try another one like high winds. Early risk warnings build resilience into supply chains by predicting disruptions before they happen, allowing organizations to adapt quickly. In the example we just saw, companies like Daimler can expedite shipments or reroute stock from another warehouse in anticipation of a weather disruption to put customers first by ensuring on-time delivery. Back to you, Alyssa.
Thank you, Ashley. What a great demonstration to show how valuable external data can add more intelligence to Daimler's entire supply chain. Building a more agile and resilient supply chain is important for organizations across every industry, but it's particularly high priority for manufacturing organizations large and small. That's why the capabilities we've just seen are a core component of the Microsoft Cloud for Manufacturing, now in public preview. In addition to supply chain visibility, the Microsoft Cloud for Manufacturing includes capabilities to manage asset productivity, deliver always-on service, and more, all tailored for the very specific needs of a manufacturing organization. And we are already seeing customers, including Johnson & Johnson, working with Microsoft on their digital manufacturing transformation. We've talked about the global supply chain and the broader manufacturing industry as just a few examples of how the world is changing. And we've looked at one way we're helping organizations increase resilience and agility in the face of those changes. But let's touch on another critical factor for building a hyper-connected business: collaboration. Connecting and collaborating with the people around us is a fundamental human need. To share more, let me hand it over to Charles Lamanna. Charles?
Thanks, Alyssa. Just like the way we live and work, the way we collaborate will never be the same. It's not just a phone call, text message, or one-to-one chat anymore. It's also about new communication channels like video conferencing and interactive apps. And collaboration in those channels means bringing together the right data with the right people at the right time to deliver greater impact. We need to connect with each other, collaborate across team boundaries, and easily find the context we need to be more effective. That's why we're so excited to introduce Context IQ at Ignite. Business data is now available to everyone, everywhere. You saw a sneak peek of this in Jared's session. With Context IQ, we're breaking down barriers between collaboration and business applications, not just in Teams, but everywhere in Microsoft 365. You'll be able to surface results from your business data across Microsoft Search, find business data in line when you're working in Outlook, and collaborate with contextual Teams chats right inside Dynamics 365. With Context IQ, we are blurring the line between Office and Dynamics like never before. Work where you want to, when you want to. But we know that collaboration doesn't stop at the boundary of your company. To deliver great experiences, you need to embrace a collaboration-first approach with your customers too. That's why at Ignite, we're proud to announce the general availability of our built-in voice channel for Dynamics 365 customer service, built on the same planet-scale communications platform that powers Microsoft Teams. With Dynamics 365 customer service, we're now delivering an all-in-one digital contact center solution that brings together digital channels, unified communications, AI, and customer service capabilities, all as part of a single integrated SaaS solution, all built on the Microsoft Cloud. With an all-in-one solution, you can deliver personalized service on every channel across chat, SMS, voice, and more. You can also leverage unified insights across all customer interactions with no integrations required. Let's see the new capabilities in action. Kos, over to you.
Thanks, Charles. At Xbox Customer Support, their mission is to get customers back to gaming as quickly as possible. They know that a customer's leisure time is valuable, and finding resolutions to customer issues quickly is critical for customer satisfaction and ongoing usage of Xbox. With AI-driven self-service, automation, and assisted service on live chat, social messaging, and voice, Xbox provides 24/7 support across the entire world to millions of customers. In this demo, you'll see how Dynamics 365 customer service and the new voice channel allows Xbox to deliver world-class support to its customers. Let's take a look. Meet Emma. Emma loves playing Minecraft on her Xbox with her friends, but she received an alert that her Game Pass subscription had expired. Emma calls the Xbox Support Center and is connected with a virtual agent.
Hello, Emma. Welcome to Xbox Support. My name is Zoe, your virtual agent. Your annual Game Pass subscription expired last week. Would you like me to renew it?
Hey, Zoe. Yes, thank you.
Of course. I have extended your membership and sent you a text with instructions on how to set up recurring payments. Can I help you with anything else today?
Yes, I'd like to get an Xbox gift card for my brother.
Sure. Let me connect you to our rewards team.
Zoe is a conversational IVR built using Power Virtual Agents. The same bot can work across chat, social, and voice, allowing Xbox to provide consistent and personalized self-service on every channel. After Zoe transfers the call, the engine uses skills-based assignment to identify Kyle as the best suited available agent to help Emma. Let's switch over to Kyle's agent desktop in Dynamics. Kyle's wrapping up a chat with another customer. He gets an incoming call notification from Emma and accepts it. His screen lights up with the full customer journey in the context from the bot, so he doesn't have to ask Emma to repeat anything. As Emma and Kyle talk, the built-in AI transcribes the conversation in real time, so Kyle can focus entirely on providing compassionate service instead of taking notes. Just like with other channels, live sentiment analysis and real-time recommendations of knowledge articles and similar cases can provide proactive assistance to the agent. AI is infused in each step of the call to help both customers and agents resolve issues faster. And with the full customer journey available to both virtual and human agents, Xbox customers get personalized, consistent service every time without having to repeat themselves. Now let's switch to a supervisor's experience. Maya is Kyle's supervisor. She can track voice-specific KPIs like average talk time and hold time using the out-of-box dashboards. She can also switch to the conversation dashboard to see blended insights across all channels, like live chat, social messaging, and of course voice in one single place, giving her a holistic view of the whole contact center. Dynamics uses advanced AI to analyze transcripts of conversations across channels to identify and group emerging issues, so Maya can quickly see where she needs to focus on. She can drill into a topic to see the related conversations, down to a specific call, where she can play back call recordings and review the agent's conversational style, like talking speed and talk-to-listen ratio. With the data across all customer conversations stored in a single platform, Xbox can get instant insights across the full customer journey, all out of the box. So agents and supervisors alike can ensure that Xbox customers can get back to playing games as quickly as possible. Back to you, Charles.
Thanks, Kos. As you saw, with AI deeply embedded in the solution and unified insights across customer interactions, companies will be able to deliver better customer experiences. And despite all the change, people are still at the center of any business. And Dynamics capabilities make that possible in our distributed and increasingly digital world. But we all know that engaging with your customers goes beyond sales or service. To build a hyper-connected business, you need to be able to provide a delightful experience across every customer touchpoint. To share more about how Microsoft is enabling you to do just that, I'll hand it back to Alyssa.
Thanks, Charles. So we talked earlier about the explosion of data and how many companies struggle to manage, organize, and gain insight from the vast quantity of data available to them. For marketers, that struggle gets in the way of delivering the connected, personalized, consistent brand experiences customers have come to expect. That's because the marketing imperative has fundamentally changed. As marketers shift to a more customer-centric model, they're looking to develop 3 key capabilities: personalization, automation, and the customer journey orchestration. That's why at Ignite, we're excited to introduce the Microsoft Customer Experience Platform. This is a complete set of marketing solutions designed to help you view the customer journey truly from end to end. This lets you personalize and connect journeys that deepen relationships with your customers, ultimately driving business growth. Leatherman is using the Microsoft Customer Experience Platform to transform how it builds and strengthens customer relationships. Neha, it'd be great if you can show us these capabilities in action.
Thank you, Alyssa. Leatherman is committed to bringing its customers the best multi-purpose products to help people solve problems in everyday life. From classic multi-tools to pocket knives to custom creations, they believe the right tools can help anyone achieve greatness. And they need to engage their customers effectively to deliver on that belief. What I want to show you today is Claudia's experience with Leatherman. You see, Claudia is a long-time Leatherman customer who's browsing the Leatherman website. When she closes the browser, she receives a personalized email with an offer. This offer is based on her interactions with the website and her recent purchase history. Let's take a look at how Leatherman delivers these intelligent, real-time, individualized experiences for Claudia. As Claudia was browsing the website, Dynamics 365 Marketing was receiving signals about her interests. Because Claudia has a high lifetime value, the journey branches to provide a promotional offer. The built-in AI channel optimizer selects the best method to reach her, be it email, SMS, or push notifications. In Claudia's case, an email is selected and sent to her. Creating personalized emails sometimes can be so daunting. Here, Dynamics 365 Marketing has AI-driven content ideas, which automatically suggest content based on key points Leatherman wants to land. But how did Leatherman determine that Claudia was a high-value customer in the first place? They used predictive customer lifetime value in Dynamics 365 Customer Insights. Let's take a look. Here is a clear representation of how Claudia is engaged with Leatherman. We can see she's a high-value customer. And we can see her recent activities and her purchase frequency since last September. Oh, and these profiles aren't just stuck in a box. All of the data that Leatherman is creating in Customer Insights is synchronized with Azure Synapse so that data scientists and business analysts can build their own analytics and machine learning. But let's see if all of this personalization has actually generated any business impact. You can see here, Claudia's lifetime value is over $143 higher than it was before. So it seems like all of these personalized experiences are really working to engage Leatherman's best customers like her. For organizations like Leatherman, effective customer engagement goes beyond website visits or email marketing. It encompasses every customer touchpoint and draws out data from every customer interaction. With the Microsoft Customer Experience Platform, we can help any organization take charge of their data, create personalized customer experiences, and ultimately strengthen customer relationships. Back to you, Alyssa.
Thanks, Neha. So amazing to see. And the great thing about the Microsoft Customer Experience Platform is the experience doesn't stop with what Neha just showed you. It extends to Dynamics 365 Sales and Dynamics 365 Customer Service, and much more. Within this connected set of solutions, you can orchestrate customer journeys from generating interest to cross-sell and upsell, all the way to ongoing service and support. We've talked today about building a hyper-connected business and how it requires you to think about your business differently, connecting systems, functions, data, and teams that have previously operated independently of one another. And the essential element that brings it all to life is very simple. It's people. We're innovating across the Microsoft Cloud to not only empower every organization, but also every person. One more time, I'll hand it off to Charles to talk about how we're continuing to invest in the problem solvers of the future. Charles, back to you.
Thanks, Alyssa. As change has accelerated and our lives have turned upside down, it's become abundantly clear. Technology is at the heart of modern business. However, we are facing a crisis. There are not enough developers to build the digital solutions that every company needs. We are facing a shortfall of 4 million developers by 2025. And most people cannot write code or organize data. So innovation is forced through the very narrow capacity of dev teams and technology budgets. The demand and backlog for IT professionals is the worst it has ever been, and it keeps getting worse. We need a better way. It's time to empower everyone to be a developer. Every business user needs to be empowered to build solutions alongside IT professionals. That's why we created the Microsoft Power Platform. We're making it easier for all of us to better understand technology and put it to use. Instead of trying to train another 100 million developers, we made the Power Platform accessible to everyone. If you can use Excel or PowerPoint, then you can use the Power Platform. And for IT pros and developers who already know how to code, these tools can help you compose higher-level services with your code as part of the next generation development toolchain. We need to empower everyone to be a problem solver, and that requires new tools. Let's see how one of our customers, T-Mobile, is using the Power Platform today.
T-Mobile created the Orbit app with Power Apps to help track and manage employee-generated initiatives such as marketing campaigns and product ideas. With the recent merger between T-Mobile and Sprint, T-Mobile now needs to manage its operations across two IT environments with different systems. As an example, when a new initiative is created in the Orbit app, it must also be updated in a similar initiatives app for Sprint called GTM, which you see here. T-Mobile uses Process Advisor to manage and optimize several of its business processes, including the process time of initiatives that are entered into Orbit. With Process Advisor, organizations like T-Mobile can get detailed information on process times all the way down to each individual process step. With the process step map, as you see it here, T-Mobile developers notice that the processes transferring information from Orbit to GTM is much longer for all regions compared to the Midwest. You can see here the process takes about 1 hour for all regions, but when I navigate to the Midwest, you can see that the same process takes only 3 minutes for the same number of entries. The Midwest region uses robotic process automation capabilities with Power Automate to automatically transfer data from Orbit to GTM, which is causing this significant reduction in processing time. This insight from Process Advisor helps T-Mobile make the decision to implement robotic process automation across the entire company. Here you see the robotic process automation, or RPA process, take place. I make an entry into Orbit. This now triggers the RPA automation, pushing the update to GTM, and the entries here are completed, fully automated. The combination of Process Advisor and Power Automate with RPA enables T-Mobile to optimize this important business process in a very efficient manner. T-Mobile has been exploring more ways to expand its digital transformation efforts with the Power Platform, and they're very keen to allow multiple users to collaborate on the business processes. Collaborative apps enable end users to easily work with each other to complete their projects and stay in the flow of work without needing to switch across multiple apps. And we are excited to now enable Teams chat embedded directly within a Power app. Here you see the Orbit Power app, which includes a rich Power BI project tracker dashboard. If I go to the Orbit Initiative Details pane, I get the summary of this initiative. And you see here that there is a dedicated team working on this initiative. With the new Teams chat embedded into Power Apps, I can start a chat with other team members working on this initiative. If I make a change, I can engage with my teammates in real time to let them know of the proposed change, and we can have a quick chat to discuss if there's any important details of that particular change. This is a very powerful way to work. It enriches the work experience and makes collaboration the heart of every business process, helping support even more productive business outcomes. T-Mobile's developers are also excited about some of the new maker experiences we are launching with Power Platform. Here you see the Orbit app in the Power Apps Modern Designer. One of the cool new features we have added for makers is the ability to comment, similar to how you can leverage editorial comments in the Office apps. This enhances the maker experience, supporting greater collaboration and efficiency during the development process. Additionally, you can mention specific users in the commenting to ensure your comment reaches the right maker. Here, I am leaving a comment for Charles to address. This new commenting feature is also available in Power Automate and Power Virtual Agents. As I'm sure you can envision, these enhancements to the Power Platform will not only enable better communication between developers, but will also result in faster development times and, at the end of the day, better apps and more streamlined digital transformation.
Thank you, Julie. The innovation Alyssa and I have highlighted here is just the beginning. We have more and more digital surfaces like e-commerce or digital products. We are creating digital twins of everything from assets to products and to processes. And every company today is trying to figure out how to get the most value from that data, how to use AI to be more predictive and proactive. It's not just about breaking down the silos between data and processes. Nowadays, you also need to break down silos between people, across departments, across the company, and externally with your customers and partners. With the Microsoft Cloud, you have the power to build a hyper-connected business today. Human ingenuity will be the key that brings every organization into the future. We can cultivate and expand that ingenuity, giving people the data-driven, AI-first, collaborative solutions they need to make their impact on the world. The innovations Alyssa and I have just shared, along with the new features and capabilities we'll cover with James Phillips tomorrow, will enable every organization to put people first, create impact faster, and transform with a partner they can trust. Dynamics 365, Power Platform, and the broader Microsoft Cloud make technology more accessible than ever. Now's the time to get started.